Hey everybody, Andy here. Let's talk about Season 10 of The X-Files. Now, I was planning on going over each episode just quickly. I am going to talk about, basically episode 1 and 6, and just give you my thoughts on the series and what happened next. But before that, I guess I will go over a couple of episodes that I really liked. I really liked Mulder and Scully Meet the Were-Monster. I really thought that was fun. I thought it worked whenever they did those comedy episodes, they worked great with Mulder. Because Mulder is just, he fits in, Mulder bounces back from everything. That's what he does. So I really liked that episode, and the concept of it being a were-human, like it's actually a monster and it turns into a human. I thought that was great. It was a great idea, and that actor they had, I don't know who he was. I think someone told me he was from Flight of the Conchord. I'm not positive about that, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But he was great. He was very funny. Home Again was another good one. Was a little more gruesome, a little more gritty, where the artist made the man out of clay, and he put all his emotion and everything into it, and it became a real thing because it was all his creativity and everything was in it, and it was cleaning up the streets. It was getting rid of government officials, and that was another cool episode. The one with the terrorist was terrible. I really don't know what Chris Carter was thinking about that one. It's called Babylon. I think he was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to do, but I'm sure he didn't have any ill intentions, any bad intentions, and it just came across as ignorant and stupid and very stereotypical, and it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Well, then there was Founder's Mutation, which was pretty cool. It ended up having, there was kids with superpowers, and they had telekinesis and telepathy and all that sort of stuff, and it was kind of cool. It was different, and the two kids got away at the end. So I was hoping to see him again. Maybe we'll see him in season 11. But, a lot of the times in the X-Files, they'll figure out what's going on. They'll figure out, the answer to the question, but the person will get away, and, the case is unsolved. But us as the viewer know what the answer is. We know the who, what, where, and why, but they just don't catch him. The FBI doesn't catch him. But that was another good episode. I really liked the beginning of that episode. It was a really cool intro where there was a guy that was all delusional, hallucinating. He was delusional. He was hearing all the buzzing and stumbling around. It was pretty cool. I liked the intro to that episode. So basically that was the 3 or 4 episodes that weren't the alien arc. So we'll get into that right now. Now, Episode 1 and 6, they're both called My Struggle. My Struggle 1, My Struggle 2. And I'm kind of just going to bounce back and forth between the two because they're basically a to-be-continued episode, if you ask me. Now, to start, Episode 1, I think the ratings were so high. I think it was almost 17 million viewed or DVR'd or watched the episode in some shape or form. I think as soon as Fox saw that they were like, okay, Chris, I don't know if you're planning on this, but 6 episodes isn't enough. We're gonna do something else. So don't end and don't do anything crazy. Don't give us a definitive ending. Don't wrap it up in any way. End the X-Files like you always end the X-Files with a big giant question mark. So I think maybe going into the series, I don't think he was going to have a definitive ending. I don't think he was going to have anything that was cut and dry. But I do think he was planning on having some sort of more traditional ending, not an X-File ending. Me and my friends were calling it "You've Been X-Filed," and it's when you think that you're going to get an answer, and you don't. Or when you think you know the answer, and it ends up not being the answer. So that's being X-Filed. So I really think after that first episode, they were like, yeah, we're going to do season 11 now. So, yeah, don't do anything crazy in that sixth episode. I don't know what you had planned, but go ahead and change it. Rewrite it. Do something completely different. So I think that's why that sixth episode felt so rushed. I was watching that sixth episode, and it was 45 minutes in. I was like, man, is this episode an hour and a half or 2 hours? Is this a longer episode? And I'm looking, nope, still an hour. I was like, how are they going to end this? What is happening? This feels so rushed. And all of a sudden, it's over. And you're like, oh, it wasn't just a letdown. It was like you're running a race, like a 100-meter dash, and you stopped at like with 85 meters, and you're just like, yeah, we're almost there. It's fine. It was pretty disappointing to say the least. And then I think the rating of the show and the viewer rating and the ratings, like how many people viewed it, and then what like Rotten Tomato gave it as a rating. The first episode got like a 60, which is okay. That's probably where I would have put it, where I put it now. When I first saw it, I was probably giving it like an 8 or 9. I was just so happy to have more X-Files that I was in my nostalgic land, and I was just so happy that I was like, oh, X-Files, whatever, yeah. And I was just letting things pass and not even thinking about it. But, looking back, I think 60%, maybe I'll give it like a 65, maybe even a 70. That first episode, I liked it. O'Malley and Sveta were pretty cool characters. I liked the idea that she was, abducted. She had all the telltale signs that O'Malley was a conspiracy theorist, and he pretty much had Mulder hooked from the beginning. That he had like a talk show online. It was more modern. It felt more modern that they were using all this technology now. And that she pretty much threw him under the bus at the end, saying that everything that she said on his show that he made her say. I liked the ideas, and I liked where they're going. I liked how they ended it with her being abducted. I really think that they were going to bring her back in the sixth episode or find out where she was or something, and they decided to throw that out the window and go someplace completely different in the sixth episode. And I like how they found out that, Dana and Sveta both have this specific, alien DNA, which you find out is pretty much an immunity in the sixth episode. So I liked where they were going with it. That's what I liked. I liked where they started off. So that's why I liked episode 1. I liked it probably a little more than most people did. Now, episode 6, my struggle was just a giant mess, if you ask me. It was way too much of the two new characters, the clones of Dana and Fox. The guy is kind of just a bland, it seems like you can put anyone in there. He didn't really have any character. He didn't really have any personality. He was just kind of there. Fox wasn't even there. Mulder was barely even in that last episode. He was just sick in a car and laying on the cigarette-smoking man's couch and on his floor. And it was just... He was in it for like probably 10 minutes. And it was pretty disappointing. It felt like the later seasons of the X-Files where David Duchovny didn't really want to be in the X-Files anymore. And that's what it kind of felt like. And I don't know if that's added to me not liking it. But just Fox barely being in an episode I didn't like it. It was mostly Dana, and I really like Dana Scully. I think she's great. I think Gillian Anderson is great at her. I love when her and Fox are interacting. A lot of the end of a lot of these episodes had Fox and Dana talking for 2-3 minutes while they're at Fox's house, and they were walking out in this rural area, and they always had these nice conversations, and you could tell that their interaction between one another, that that they do really care about each other, they love each other, but that their work is just in the way, and they know that they won't be able to ever really settle down and let all these things go. and just settle down. They just the interaction between those two is really what makes the show, if you ask me. It's what's keeping it together. It's what keeps bringing me back. It's just the interaction between Dana and Fox is awesome. So that's my sidebar. I kind of forgot where I was going with that, and I knew it was going to end. We all should have known that it was going to end like, oh, that's the ending? Okay. So we got an answer. They got the cure to the disease. We got, Dana's looking for Fox in the traffic jam with the cure. She finds him. It's all tense. She's about to hook him up. And all of a sudden she gets abducted. And now this is like a reoccurring thing. How many times has Dana been abducted? By aliens or people? Or crazy people? I swear she's been in trunks, cars, and closets. And she's been abducted by aliens probably like 2 or 3 times. Dana is always being abducted. It's like her thing. And, not that it's, it's the X-Files. What do you expect? We're 10 seasons in. How many ideas can they really have? Just that last episode, it's like, I just really did not like it. And I have a really good feeling that we're going to get season 11. It's going to be the opening, the first episode, and we're going to get the cigarette smoking man or somebody else, and they're going to be like, this was my plan all along. And it's going to be like, oh my God. That's what's going to happen. It's always everything that Fox and Dana do to save the day. It's always, this was the plan all along. And, so I think what's going to happen is they abducted Sveta, they abducted Dana. They're the elite few that are, the chosen ones to outlive this virus that is now being cured because Dana took her blood and made a vaccine or an antibody or whatever she made. But she's abducted now. So is she going to this paradise or this protective zone? And now all these people that have this DNA inside them, because it was their plan all along, are now going to get sick again? Or now they're going to be, they're now all going to get mutated, and we're going to see that black goo stuff again from the X-Files, the earlier in the X-Files series. I don't know, but I'm guessing, I'm pretty sure we're going to get, this was our plan all along, and all this, everyone's now infected with alien DNA, and it's going to be a bad thing. It's not, it's going to, it fixed the virus that was going to kill the world, but now it's going to be bad for another reason. Because now everyone has alien DNA inside them, and that's my thoughts. So overall, on Season 10, I really liked the Mulder and Scully meet the Were Monster episode. Founder's Mutation was pretty good. Home Again was pretty good. Babylon was really bad. Last episode was just a real head scratcher. And the first episode was pretty good. So it really went downhill is what it did. So what we got was found, My Struggle 1 was like here. And we got this, and it was just a nosedive at the end. So I think that was kind of my reaction to the series. The first episode was good. The next 3 were really good, especially that third one. And then Babylon is down here, and My Struggle 2 is over here. So it was like, I don't know. It ended kind of disappointingly, but we've been X-Filed, so I don't really know what else we were expecting. But I am looking forward to season 11, or whatever they decide to do for the next set of episodes. I hope we don't have to wait too long, but if it's next spring or next end of next winter, like these 6 episodes were, that'll be all right. I can deal with that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my video on X-Files Season 10. If you liked it, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good YouTube stuff. And I'm looking forward to season 11. I hope you are too. I will check you later.